Hey Chris, thanks again for letting me meet with you today, and I just wanted to go over the scope of work on your house. We'll start here on the front and start on this front gable. What I'd like to do is tear off this siding, put up a 7/16 OSB, put up the proper flashing on the bottom of the OSB with a 1/2 inch inset back to the brick, and go up about 2 inches with that flashing. Then put over the proper moisture barrier on top of that. Hardy trim first next to the soffit, what I call the freeze board, and that'll be a 1x2, so it'd be 1 3/4 wide by 3/4 thick. And then put up whatever kind of profile of siding that you want, 6 1/4, 7 1/4, 8 1/4 on the walls. You can pick whether you want a smooth texture or a textured texture, like wood grain texture. Either one would be fine with me. Here in the entryway, we'll take the siding off of this area right here, do the OSB and the moisture barrier, and put in the proper trim. You've got 1x4s next to the brick. You probably want to change that up and maybe do a 1x2 there and a 1x4 around the door. And we'll seal it all up next to the brick and around the door. We'll take the storm door off and reinstall the storm door after we apply the trim around the door, which will be hardy plank. If you want, just let me know and we'll take this box out and put in 18x24 gable vents. They'll be louvered, and we can coat them. I get a coated galvanized so that the paint adheres really well to the aluminum louvered vent. So it's a real nice kind of update for the soffit ventilation, and I believe it'll give you a little bit better through ventilation for the attic area. And on the fascia overlay, we'll butt up right against the 1x2 that's covered by the metal drip edge and seal the fascia to the 1x2. That fascia material will be a 5/16 basically piece of siding that will overlay the fascia with. And we install all the trim with a 16 gauge brad, so you barely see the nails. And all the siding will be installed with ring shank coil siding nails that are stainless steel, and you will not see any one of those heads. They'll all be behind the lap and blind nailed. So here on the right side of the house, we'll be doing the same scope of work as the front gable to this right gable, taking the vent down if you'd like, doing the fascia overlay in the areas that does not have gutters, and doing the fascia overlay in this little slight gable right there. On the garage doors, we'll wrap the garage door frames in hardy plank, replace the trim right next to the garage doors with the same thickness of trim, so it's about a 1 inch, so we'll use a 1 inch piece of hardy for that area. And we can hide those wires in the wall and make them disappear, so it'll look really clean. Here on the back side of the house, we really have more painting than anything. You've got a lot of gutters up along the back side of the house, the whole stretch of fascia in fact. But inside this porch area here, we'll be painting this area and not replacing this area. This will be the only siding area on the house that will not be replaced, but only painted. So we will prep the area, seal it up, caulk it, do what we need to do to make the finish look the best. I also power wash everything I do before we put up the first coat, the primer coat. It's a Loxon primer. It's made for masonry products, so it has a great adhesion rate. It also is the primer will be back rolled into the siding when we apply it. So here on the left side of the house, we'll be taking the siding off of here, overlaying the fascia where there's no gutter. I only come back down off the fascia about a 1/2 inch, maybe 1/4 inch, but usually ends up between 1/4 and 1/2 inch, whatever it takes to make it look really straight. And then we put the 1/2 inch OSB just like the other gables. Put the flashing on the bottom toward the brick, and it goes about 2 inches and comes back to about 1/2 inches because it's 7/16 OSB. We put up the moisture barrier, which is Tyvek, and then we put up the 1x2 on the soffit or the freeze board, and then butt the siding to the 1x2. It looks really sharp. And then here again we can do whatever you'd like to this vent area here. That'll all get coated, as well as all your soffits will be prepped with paint and power washed, prepped with caulking and power washed before we get to the painting process. So thank you guys very much again for your time, and I'd love to serve you with this project. Please give me a call if you need anything or have any questions. And right now we have a lead time of about 1 week. We could come out next week for your project to start. And please let me know if you need anything in the meantime. Thanks. Bye.